A Nintendo Direct was just announced, so it's time to drop my predictions on what I think is going to be in this Nintendo Direct. I'll start with some safe predictions and build up towards some wilder predictions. Let's go. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. A remake of Kirby's Return to Dreamland from the Wii is coming to the Switch on the 24th of February. I am 100% confident that this game will be in the Nintendo Direct, since it's coming out very soon. We already know that there will be some new copy abilities, such as the mecha and sand abilities, and we know there's going to be new sub-games too, but this seems to be a pretty beefy remake, so there could maybe be some more new things that will be announced in this Direct. Octopath Traveller 2. Releasing on the same day as Kirby is the sequel to Octopath Traveller. This sequel will keep the same structure of the first game, but have a new cast of 8 characters and a new setting. I'm pretty sure this game will make the cut and be in the Direct, along with maybe a new trailer and some information about the game too. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. Announced back at the Game Awards, this game is expected to hit the Switch on the 17th of March. This game is completely different to the Bayonetta games that have come before it, with it serving as a prequel story to the main Bayonetta games, accompanied by a gorgeous new art style. You can actually already play a short demo for this game now within Bayonetta 3's secret chapter if you want to get a feel of how this game is going to look and play. Expect this game to be in the Direct. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, one of my most anticipated games for 2023, and with the game set to be released on the 12th of May, I'm 100% sure that this will be in the Nintendo Direct. As for what we'll see from this game, absolutely no idea. We could get new information about the story, gameplay, the world. The possibilities feel almost endless. So yeah, definitely expect to see this game in the Direct. If we somehow don't see this game here, then I expect there to be a full Direct dedicated to this game sometime before it comes out. Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters. These games are finally coming to console after only being released on PC last year. We know that these Pixel Remasters will be on the Switch sometime during the spring, but we don't know an exact date yet. So I'm hoping we get an official release date for these games during the Direct. And I'm hoping that they have improved the text font for these games, since the font is awful on PC. And since we are talking about Final Fantasy, I also think we could potentially see Final Fantasy VII Remake or Final Fantasy XVI on the Switch. But wait, these will be cloud versions, which I know would be disappointing, but if these games did come to Switch, I think that these would sadly be cloud versions. Still, seeing these games on the Switch would be cool though, so I'm hoping at least one of these games gets announced at the Direct. Mario Kart DLC. The last set of DLC tracks were released back in December, so it feels about time for the next set of tracks. I would expect the tracks to be revealed in the Direct, and then they can be released maybe in late Feb or sometime in March. Not sure what tracks we will see, but I'm personally hoping for some more Mario Kart Wii tracks. Splatoon 3 DLC. This one feels like a no-brainer. I'm pretty sure we will get some new content for Splatoon 3 during this Direct. We could get new maps, weapons, clothes, a Splatfest announcement, maybe even the announcement of a new mode or a DLC expansion if we are lucky. Fire Emblem Engage DLC. The game has only just recently come out, but we do know that DLC is coming in the form of an expansion pass. Wave 1 of the DLC came out when the game was released, so we could get some details on Wave 2. Wave 2 is expected to have additional emblems, new support items and new accessories, but I would expect there to be some more stuff within Wave 2 of the DLC as well. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC. Wave 3 of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass is set to come out sometime before April 30th. We are expected to get a new hero and new challenge battles within this wave. I'm torn about whether or not this would be in the Direct or not, as we could see this in the Direct, or it could be announced in its own little trailer. I'm hoping we do see it in the Direct, but if we don't, then it will probably be announced in its own short trailer at some point. Nintendo Switch Online stuff. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm talking about Game Boy and Gamecube games. I would love to see either of these be added to the Nintendo Switch Online service, but I don't think this is the time for them at the moment. We are getting lots of Nintendo 64 games at the moment through the service, so I would expect Nintendo to be focusing on those games, if anything about Nintendo Switch Online is mentioned in the Direct. But I could be wrong. I mean, Nintendo could pull off a madness and release Wii games which would shock everyone, and it would be a very Nintendo thing to do. Pikmin 4. The long-awaited Pikmin 4 is set to be released sometime in 2023. I don't think this game will appear in the Direct tomorrow. This feels more like a September November type game to me, and I think Nintendo will probably focus more on games that are coming out before then, and on some other surprise announcements we don't know about yet. Hollow Knight Silksong. I really want this game to be in the Direct. We don't have a proper confirmed release date for the game, but Xbox have claimed that this game is expected to come out in 2023. I'm not sure if this will appear in the Direct, but I really hope it does. Please be here, Silksong, please. Metroid Prime Remaster. Probably the most heavily rumoured unannounced Nintendo game around at the moment. Will this finally be the time Metroid Prime Remaster shows up in a Nintendo Direct? We will have to wait and see. Speaking of Metroid, I might as well mention Metroid Prime 4, the game that was announced in 2017, that then restarted development in 2019. So in the year 2023, will we finally see more news about this game in the Direct? Sadly, I don't think so. But I do think if not here, we will see this game at some point this year. Maybe around E3 time or later in the year. I would love to be wrong and see this game in the Direct though. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. This is an interesting one. For those that don't know, this is a remake of the two Game Boy Advance games, which was originally set to be released on the 8th of April 2022. However, due to certain world events, the game got delayed, and nearly 1 year later, we still don't have a new release date. And I did originally think that because of those certain world events that are still taking place, I didn't think that we would see this game in the Direct. However, lots of rumours have been going around saying that this game should be available to buy on the 10th of February, so we could maybe get a shadow drop for Advance Wars in this Direct. That would be cool if it did happen. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Both of these Zelda games were heavily rumoured to appear in a previous Nintendo Direct, but they didn't appear. Will they appear in this Direct though? Absolutely not. With Tears of the Kingdom expected to come out in May, Nintendo would not want to shine a spotlight on other upcoming Zelda games that could be released on the Switch, as they are 100% going to be focusing on promoting Tears of the Kingdom. So don't expect either of these Zelda ports in the Direct. Another Warriors game. We have pretty much been getting a Warriors game on Switch for almost every year now. 2017 was Fire Emblem Warriors, 2018 was Hyrule Warriors for Switch, 2020 was Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, 2021 was Persona 5 Scramble. Yes, it doesn't have Warriors in the name, but it is still in the same style as a Warriors game, and 2022 was Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. So I think we could potentially see a brand new Warriors game within this Direct, since we have been getting Warriors games so frequently recently. As for what IP they would use, I'm not too sure, as they could do another Zelda or Fire Emblem if they really wanted to, but I think something a bit more rad, like a Metroid or Star Fox Warriors game, would be rad as flip. Mario Party. I really would love Nintendo to just release some DLC for Mario Party Superstars, but if they don't, I think we could get something like a Mario Party Superstars 2. I would be happy with either of these, I just want more Mario Party. And with Superstars selling so well, it would just make sense for Nintendo to release another DLC or another whole new game. Hey, speaking of Mario, I also think we're going to get a new Mario game. It feels about time for a new proper Mario game, doesn't it? It's been 5 years since Mario Odyssey, and I know we have had lots of Mario games since then, but these have all just been spin-off games and ports from the Wii U. Mario Maker 2 is an exception, since that is a sequel to a Mario game from the Wii U, and we did get Bowser's Fury in Super Mario 3D World, but both of these don't feel like a proper big new Mario game like Mario Odyssey. And with the Mario movie set to come out in April, this feels like the perfect time for the announcement of a new Mario game. I think there was a rumour that a new 2D Mario game has been in development, so maybe we could see that game at the Direct. 2D or 3D, I'm just hoping for a new big Mario game to appear at this Direct. But if we don't get a new Mario game, then I think we could instead get a new Donkey Kong game. It's been so long since we had a new Donkey Kong game. The last was Tropical Freeze, which came out on the Wii U in 2014, which was almost 10 years ago. We are long overdue a new Donkey Kong game, and I really hope this Direct will feature one. And finally, my last prediction, which is a wild one, so hold on to your hats, lads. I think that Kid Icarus Uprising will be ported to Switch. This is a very out there prediction, but I think it could potentially happen. Bandai Namco are currently working on a remaster or remake of a 3D action Nintendo game. We have no idea what that game is, but it could potentially be a Kid Icarus Uprising port. And Sakurai even said himself in one of his YouTube videos that it would be nice to see this game on a home console. I mean, that doesn't confirm if that will happen, but that is a big tease right there. This game can't just be left stranded on the 3DS. I really hope that it comes to to the Switch. If it does, and it is in this Direct, then it will probably be the most hype announcement for me in this upcoming Direct. So that's all my predictions for this upcoming Nintendo Direct. Not all these predictions may come true, but I'm sure there will be plenty of surprises waiting for us in this upcoming Direct. Oh, and let's hope there aren't as many farm games in this Direct as there were last time. Let me know what your predictions are for this upcoming Nintendo Direct, and make sure to subscribe to the channel because once the Nintendo Direct has aired, I will be making a video where I talk about everything in the Direct and give my thoughts and opinions on all the announcements. And if you want to watch some of my other videos, then here is one where I ranked every track in Mario Kart 64 from worst to best. Thanks for watching, everyone.